Are you a Drake hater? Because I know that I am, and I've spent a lot of time over the past couple years just hating on Drake relentlessly at pretty much anything he does. I find him to be incredibly corny. I think a lot of the things that he does outside of music really just paint him in a negative light in my mind. I don't really think that he is a top tier MC. I understand that maybe the industry is a little bit watered down right now, but I think there's a lot of great MCs out there who are not as popular as Drake because I think that Drake kind of just sells himself to the record labels and pretty much just lets them, tell him what to do or do whatever he thinks, whatever he believes is going to get him the most money and the most popularity, even if that compromises his artistic integrity. And I think that we've seen the results of this, honestly. I think that we have seen that his actions do result in him being negatively portrayed or negatively received by certain hip hop fans and just certain fans of music in general, especially when you get tracks like a Tootsie Slide. It really is, it's a little perplexing, whenever we go and we look at who's the greatest MC, who's the greatest rapper of all time, and they have these really bizarre, dancey tracks that have little to no substance and really just serve as a money machine for the record label and for Drake himself. So I just want to take this time and this opportunity to dig into his music a little bit because I've listened to a lot of Drake songs. I've heard a lot of Drake music. I think the first album I vividly remember, like, front to back listening to of Drake's outside of all the radio hits was Scorpion. Scorpion was my first front to back listen, and I was like, wow, there are way too many songs on here, and there's a lot of filler. A lot of filler. It was probably, if I were to give that a rating on a scale of 1 to 10, it would at most be a 5. I mean, I haven't revisited all the tracks, but literally half of the tracks were, I was like, what is the point of this? Why are you even including these tracks? It seemed pointless. The songs were not good. So that was my first real, like, deep dive into, like, who Drake is as a musician outside of just the things that I've heard on the radio. And it wasn't a good impression. And then it seemed like every album after that, it just kept getting worse and worse and worse for Drake, in my opinion. So have I listened to every Drake track? No. So maybe you could say I'm biased, right? I haven't listened to all of Drake, and I'm going to get rid of that right now. This is my opportunity to dig into all of Drake's music, and we're going to make this a series, right? I'm going to go each album one by one from the very start, and we're going to see what Drake really is all about. We're going to see if there's any path for redemption for Drake after his recent battle with Kendrick Lamar. I look at those records, man, and it is just, it's really mind-boggling to me the way that Drake has been involved in so many beefs over the years, and it just seems like he can't really beat anyone who's a good rapper. Like, obviously he slam dunked on Meek Mill. I still think that Back to Back is one of Drake's greatest records he's ever released. He sounds hungry. He sounds like he's on fire. It sounds like he really wants to beat the crap out of this guy in battle rap, and he even does so by making a massive hit record. So I think that Drake is capable of doing some great things. I just think that he's misguided and he doesn't exactly have the artistic vision to carry out some of the songs and some of the tracks that he tries to make over the years. I don't think that he feels like he's respected in the rap game as much as some of his contemporaries, and I think it's because he is constantly just trying to find a new way to kind of encroach on that title of the GOAT without actually producing music that is good. He's like, well, I did a EDM album. I started doing some island tracks. Well, I do pop tracks. Well, I do this. Well, I do that. And you really look at the entire body of work, at least from my perspective, and it just doesn't hold up. There's not really any weight or any substance to it that will keep you coming back year after year, outside of, just making a bop. Like, he can make a bop, but overall the entire body of work just isn't really there in my opinion. So I'm not just saying that. I'm going to listen to his tracks and we're going to experience this together. This is going to be a new series I'm going to title The Drake Experience. He likes to be considered the Michael Jackson of the hip hop game. So we'll call him, we'll call this like, just like the Michael Jackson experience. This will be the Drake Experience. So Far Gone by Drake. This is the debut album of the Canadian singer, songwriter, rapper, dancer, extraordinaire, hitmaker, Drizzy, Drake, Aubrey Graham. And we're already going to start this thing off with a track called Lust for Life, right? And this is, honestly, I think it's a good thing to see this as Drake's starting track, because it seems like a lot of his music following this does kind of follow this trend where he has this lust for life in general, right? He has a lust for money. He has a lust for women. That's about it, right? Material wealth, having a lot of things. That's another thing that Drake has a lust for. So it does make sense for him to start here, and I understand I'm hating a little bit, but I'm a hater. I'm a Drake hater, so get used to it. But at the same time, we're going to listen for the music, and we're going to figure out exactly what this is about. I have not listened to So Far Gone once. I'm trying to think if there is a track on here that I might recognize. Oh, yeah, Best I Ever Had, right? I have obviously heard that song. And that's probably it. I feel like I've heard the term Houstonatlavegas, but I don't think I could recognize the track if you played it for me. So anyways, this is a 1 hour and 13 minute runtime, 18 songs. I'm already expecting this to be bloated. Honestly, I am. But, it's a debut record, so really anything kind of goes. I'm not expecting this to be perfect in any way. I just kind of want to see the core of Drake, right? What he started out doing and what he is really all about from like a blank mind perspective. I'm trying to imagine this as someone who in 2009 I was 8 years old. I was 8 years old. So no, I did not listen to this when it came out. I didn't have an older brother around or anything like that who was like listening to Drake. My cousins were listening to, I don't even know. What were my cousins listening to? Like Blink 182 probably. Not really anything great in my opinion at the time. Like the influence is very much just like whatever was on the radio, but they were not very big into Drake at the time. So I never listened to this album, but I'm trying to come in this with a blank slate. Like I am hearing Drake for the first time, and I'm trying to imagine what it would have been like to hear this debut album come out in 2009. So without further ado, let's get right into it. This is So Far Gone by Drake. His debut album that came out in 2009. Can we see the artwork? Yeah, it says Drake So Far Gone in October's very own presentation. Cool. All right, let's get into it. Lust for Life, track 1.
I'm trying to do it all tonight. I got plans. I got a certain lust for life. And as it stands, in these days women make offers, and who the hell am I to say no, no, no?
All right. Women making offers. Who am I to say no, no, no? I actually like that. I like that he got into that singing part. It caught me by surprise. I thought it was funny and I thought it was witty. I really actually did like that. At the same time, you should be able to say no, Drake. You should be able to say no. You don't say yes to all these women, especially if they're underage. So let's keep going.
Saying late night text cause she don't know how to let go.
I actually really like that.
She in love. And as for them pretty light skinned models standing in the cold, oh yeah, they with us. Let them girls in for a drink, and I'm all in their ear, saying she should be the one I see every time that I'm here. But when am I really even here? Black Suburban with the tent.
So this is Drake's idea of like being deep, saying she should be the only one I see every time that I'm here. But when am I really even here? when am I ever really present in the moment? I'm never here. I got so many things on my mind, right? That's Drake.
Fresher than a pillow with a mint on it. The game got
Wow, fresher than a pillow with a mint on it. What a bar.
old handprints on it, but I'ma be the one to pour cement on it. And start over. And show up in a Margiela tux. I don't really give a fuck, and we only getting older. So what I tend to do is to think.
And we only getting older, right? Drake, noting that, hey, these girls, they might be 14 right now, but we're getting older, right? So eventually it'll be okay.
Of today, as the past.
He said it, not me.
It's funny when you coming in first, but you hope that you last. You just hope that it lasts. Throw your ones up in the air. Throw your ones up in the air for her.
All right, so this is Lust for Life by Drake. Yeah, it's not a bad track, honestly. I like this as an opener too because it really like makes you focus on his lyrics and what he's talking about. And I think that especially as a new and up and coming artist, specifically in the hip hop game, you're going to want people to pay attention to what you're saying, and you're going to want to be memorable on that front, right? So I think this is a fine intro track. I like that the instrumentation is stripped back. To me, it sounds like there's a little bit of distortion, maybe like it's like buzzing a little bit in my ears, but this is 2009. I don't want to be too critical on things like that. But then again, I mean, look, there's so many albums and there's so many songs out there that we can go back to even like the 50s and 60s, and there is good recording quality, and we don't have things like that going on. So it's not necessarily an excuse, but it is his debut record, so I'm not exactly expecting everything to be polished. So this is a good starting track for me. So on to track 2, Houstonatlavegas. Hey there, lonely girl. Right, he's very much in this like dreamscape vibe right here that was, very popular around this time.
Pretty girl, you know exactly what you got. Throw your ones up in the air. Throw your ones up in the air for her.
All right, Drake getting thematic here, right? We're doing a callback to the previous track. I like this. I hate this song. He's saying she danced to this song. What is there to dance to? Really, Drake, what is there to dance to? I'm not hearing it. I understand you're in your R&B bag, so maybe she's kind of just going like this, maybe like in slow motion or something. Maybe she's, on a lot of drugs or something, and so she's not even listening. She's kind of just dancing sporadically. But this song is definitely not making people dance, so I don't know. This is really boring. This is a really boring track. The first one I thought was like a good setup, but at this point, I'm like, all right, dude, like I want to hear what you're all about, and we're 2 minutes into this song and nothing has happened.
Ass low, I always request you. You go get fucked up and we just show up at your rescue. Carry you.
No! I didn't even let him get to the next bar, too. I already knew where this was going. What are you talking about, Drake? You go get fucked up and we just show up to your rescue, right? Carry you inside, get you some water, and undress you. That's really funny. So, maybe not the worst thing, right? He's saying we're getting you water, so, he's taking care of this girl, but, just giving someone water doesn't all of a sudden just make them sober, Drake. A little suspicious, but people said way worse things at this time. I don't even need to go there.
Put Molly all in her champagne. She ain't even know it. I took her home and I enjoyed that. She ain't even know it.
But anyways, yeah, this song sucks. This song blows.
I get you some water and undress you. I give you my all and the next morning you'll forget.
See what I'm talking about? I give you... He's literally saying she's gonna forget. Like, she's... Okay, so he's not even hiding the fact that this person is wasted. Like, they don't even know. Wow. All right. I need to stop. I need to stop stopping this because I feel like there's just gonna be so many of these. But
A why, a how, a when. Tonight is probably about to happen all over again. And she living
Repeat offender.
Said that I could never move to until you find yourself. It's impossible to lose you. Because I never had you. Although I would be glad to.
Is that bars, y'all? I never had you. I would be glad to. Probably got a tattoo.
I probably go and tattoo your name on my heart. I swear I start to think that I'm going crazy.
He had no idea how to end that. In that verse, he just said, I swear I start to think that I'm going crazy. Yeah, that was random. Throw your ones up in the air, everyone. Throw your ones up. Oh my God.
Throw your ones up in the air.
Do I have to listen to this again?
Throw your ones up in the air for her.
Alright, that's enough. Yeah, so this song is not good. Next. Track 3. Successful. I don't know why the album isn't showing up, but okay. Production sounds crisp.
I just wanna be successful. Trizzy. Oh yeah, Trey, I fucking fit.
Not a bad start. Seriously, I'm not like gonna be too critical about this. I actually think that Trey Songz sounds kind of okay here. The lyrics, whatever, I don't really care, but it doesn't sound bad. But then Trey just going Drizzy, that was really funny to me. But anyways,
I just wanna be successful. Drizzy. Oh yeah, Trey, I fucking feel ya. They be staring at the money like it's unfamiliar. Take my verses too serious, you hate me. Cause I'm the one to paint a vivid picture, no HD. Yeah, I want it all, that's why I strive for it. Diss me, you'll never hear a reply for it.
Not true. Not true.
I want the money in the cars in the clothes.
The hoes.
I suppose I just wanna be successful. And my mother tried to run away from home, but I left something in the car, and so I caught her in the driveway. And she cried to me, so I cried too. And my stomach was soaking wet, she only 5'2".
This is a pretty introspective part, I think, for Drake. I've liked this song so far. I think Drake is really like narrating kind of a story in a way. And even though it's Trey Songz, I really don't feel like his part is that bad. I actually kind of liked it, and it's obviously catchy. Like, I already caught on to what he's going to say and the way he's going to say it. So, so far so good on this. Successful.
In 48 hours all before I showed up and brought $1,000 worth of drinks and got pulled up. Yeah. It's like I know what I gotta say. I just don't know how to say it.
We know, Drake, you're not exactly the greatest with your pen, so you do need ghostwriters to figure out how to say certain things.
Weezy baby, I go real hard. No further details, boy.
All right, that was completely pointless. Wow, I can't believe that Lil Wayne is even on that track. Like, I get that, to promote that artist, you might want to hop on a song or two, but that was just so random, and it's right at the end. Maybe that's kind of the point. You look at that song and you're like, hey, I didn't even feel like Lil Wayne needed to be on that. I actually like Drake's part better. So, maybe that's what it is. I just, looked it up right now. I was like, who is Peter, Bjorn, and John? They are a Swedish indie pop rock band formed in Stockholm in 1999. So I am very curious as to how Peter, Bjorn, and John are going to work in a Drake track. But we've heard this type of crossover before, so maybe it won't be bad. Okay.
When did you get like this? Least you could have done is gonna give me a warning. I don't regret like this. You don't even smile for me. Did you remember what happened before? Let's call the whole thing off. We used to have enough.
All right, that's enough of that. This was the most random Drake song I've ever heard in my life. I did not even know this existed. Shouts out to Peter, Bjorn, and John. Like, they actually came through with a pretty good performance. But I don't even know why Drake's on. Like, it really just makes no sense. This is a weird one. Next track, November 18th. Yeah. Some chopped and screwed vibes here.
Don't know why it happens every time we're alone, but here we are again, and I swear I'm in my zone. So I'ma sip this drink until that motherfucker gone. Then you gon' get undressed, and we gon' get it on.
I don't get it.
Why is he doing this? Why is he doing this? He's really trying to be DJ Screw here. This is cringe to me. This is cringe. This is the thing that we're talking about when we say like somebody's like biting someone's style. He's not incorporating elements of it in. This is, for all intensive purposes, like he's literally doing a DJ Screw impersonation on the hook. And it just seems random. Like, I get it. It's cool that Drake likes DJ Screw. DJ Screw is super important to the hip-hop community and super influential, honestly, specifically right now. Like, if you would have asked about DJ Screw's influence maybe 10 years ago, I don't think people would have really thought much of it. But like right now, today, DJ Screw is one of the most influential producers on the game. So it's cool to see that Drake is aware of these artists, but I do think that Drake is a fan of hip-hop, so it makes sense. Regardless, this is just such a weird collaboration in my mind.
So tonight I'll just fuck you like we're in Houston. Taking everything slow, so slow, so slow. I feel like everything just moving slow. Let's take my time. I pace it, baby. Yeah.
I agree, Drake. It does feel like everything's moving slow. What are we doing here, man? I get that this is supposed to be R&B, but it's not like he has like super great, vocal performances, and he just says like the most random things. And here again, we have this guy, and maybe at the time you don't really know much about this character, but here he is, using Houston to kind of give him some type of validity, right? Like, hey, I be bumping Screw, man. Like, I'm one of y'all. Rather than just making good hip hop, this is a miss, another miss. Ignant Shit. This sounds like the start of an 80s cop show. This sounds like the start of an 80s cop show. Like Miami Vice, maybe something like that. I don't even know if that's the right time period, but that's what it sounds like to me. That 80s synth pop sample. So we'll see where they get in with this.
Yeah.
No. So I gotta listen to Drake deface the Isley Brothers on this debut album. So that's really great. Please, Drake, make it a good song. Like, if you're gonna use an Isley Brothers sample, you better be rapping on this. And it says Ignant Shit, so I assume that this is gonna be more hip hop centered or more rap centered than it is like R&B centered.
I appreciate your patience tonight. It's been a moment since I've done some public speaking. I find nowadays it's, best to keep quiet. But sometimes you just
Alright, I like
let
this.
it out. Young
Come
Angel
on.
and Young Lion.
I don't even know who those people are, but let's go, Drake.
Look, I'm the property of October. I ain't drive here, I got chauffeur. Bring me champagne, flutes, rosé, and some shots over. I think better when I'm not sober. I smoke good, ain't no glaucoma. I'm a stockholder. Private flights back home, no stopover. Still spitting that shit that they shot Pac over. The shit my mother looked shocked over.
Why, Drake? Why? We're disrespecting Tupac. Leave that man's name out of your mouth, bro.
Yeah, but with a canvas, I'm the group of 7. On my grain, take 2 Excedrin. I'm the one twice over, I'm the new 11. And if
Oh!
I die, I'ma do it reppin'. I never do a second. I swear niggas be eyeing me all hard and lying to they girls and driving the same cars. She be here at 6 in the morning if I let her. But I never get attracted to fans cause it.
Not true, Drake. You already did it. You were on stage with a 17-year-old and you said how hot she was. So, and you kissed her. Don't act like. Come on, man.
Beaver could be the collapse of a dam. Always knew that I could figure how to get these label heads.
Ew. The eager beaver could be the collapse of the dam. That is gross. What the fuck? You should not be in hip hop. You just do not refer to a woman as a beaver, right? You don't. That's so. Oh God.
From good figures and me doing the shows, getting everyone nervous, cause them hipsters gonna have to get along with them hood niggas. It's all good.
Them hipsters gonna have to get along with them. Is he talking about himself? I don't know.
Off like lights when the show's over. Make pasta, rent a movie, call hoes over. Rest in peace to Heath Ledger, but I'm no joker. I'll slow roast ya, got no holster. The same niggas I ball with, I fall with. On some Southern draw shit, rookie of the year, 06 Chris Paul shit. Making enough to pay any Judge Judy off. First thing I'ma do is free Weezy. Go.
And I take probation. I don't want that T.I. and big vacation. Private plane, pick location. I'm going to the bank to make a big donation. Yeah.
It sounds like Lil Wayne is actively like, I want that T.I. pick vacation, private planes, pick location. I'm going to the bank, I make a big donation. Ugh. Like, it literally sounds like he's holding in the cough. It's actually crazy. What in the world, man? Okay, so I just want to say this is my favorite song so far. This is my favorite song of the album so far. And I think this is my favorite Drake verse so far. He's really, like, rapping on here. But I can already tell if I have to listen to 3 more minutes of Lil Wayne sounding like this, I'm not going to like this as a whole. So I'm not going to take it away from Drake. I just think that Lil Wayne is a little, I don't know. I don't think he's really like performing his best. And we know that Lil Wayne kind of had some, ups and downs in his career creatively and sonically, whether it be for, there's a myriad of reasons why Lil Wayne might not have been fully attentive on this track or given his best performance. So we'll see how it goes.
Red light on it like it's recording. I ain't recording, I'm just C4ing. My currency foreign. We are in a league they aren't. Better digging.
Oh, Lil Wayne, man. This is why he's one of the greatest, right? Like, I can't stand his voice in this. It sounds bizarre to me, but he is so good, man. Lil Wayne is so good without even trying, right? Just the way that he's able to, I record and I'm just C4ing, my currency foreign, we are in a league they aren't. Like, it's hard to even think about that, honestly. Like, it's crazy that he was able to, yeah, I mean, it's not that crazy. This is what Lil Wayne does, right?
So fly, I'ma take off when I leap by. And you can suck my wings. Stand on my money head, but Yao Ming. Put your hand in the oven if you touch my things. I'm shuffling the...
Like, he's so good. Stand on my money, headbutt Yao Ming. Who even thinks about that, right? We have Lil Uzi saying, stand on my money, now I'm 6'6", right? Like, we thought that was really good. This is even better. We get the slowed, chopped, and screwed outro, man. They're ahead of it. So, Ignant Shit, man. Yeah, this is a good performance, and I don't know if it's just because when we look at the previous tracks, the first 5 were just so dull, in my opinion. I kind of liked Successful. That was about the only one I would consider as like, okay, but 6 tracks through, so we're a third of the way through. Let's get into the second leg.
Spending every moment in the studio. I never said it'd be fair, but when you...
Has Drake completely abandoned this type of sound? Like, I don't think he sings. Like, I get he does some melodies here and there, but I do not think he sings like this. Like, he is really singing in the studio.
All alone, I hope you truly know how bad I want to be there. Come right in, set your bag down. Took a night off for you. Go ahead, turn the lights off. I know what to do with it.
Alright, this is annoying already.
Turn the lights off, but keep your heels on. They're fitted for what we're about to do.
Ah! Ow! 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 I should have just skipped the song. You know what? Yeah, I'm skipping this. That's bullshit, man. I can't believe they just did that to me. Fuck that, man. Some like Donda shit. This is Godfather Drake we're getting right here. Why do I feel so alone, right? I'm all by myself. I'm the Godfather. That's Drake. That's Drake right here. Everybody passed through the studio was a character.
Why do I feel so alone? Like everybody passing through the studio was in character, as if he acting out a movie role. Talking bullshit as if...
You know what I'm saying? This is such a Yeezy... such a Yeezy track. That's interesting. When did Yeezy come out? Yeezus, I should say. Oh, hey, I'm spot on. Let's go. Produced by Kanye West. That's crazy. This came out 5 years before Yeezus, but you can totally hear it. That's amazing.
For you to know, and I don't have the heart to get these bitch niggas the cue to go. I've always been something that these labels can't buy, especially if they trying to take a piece of my soul and still...
Nope. Not true at all. Not true at all. I've always been something these labels can't buy. They are buying you, Drake. They literally have. Especially with the way your contracts are set up, where you kind of just get paid all up at front. You know? It has nothing to do with like how well your things are performing. They're literally just purchasing you. They're like, okay, we'll give you this amount of money right now so that give us an album, Drake. Yeah. Untrue.
You'll be telling Taz, damn Drake fly, and he just be like, silly motherfucker, I know that was your bad. How could you pass up on him? He just take them records and he gas up on them. Into my city, I'm the 2-3. Drug dealers live vicariously through me. I quit school and it's not because I'm lazy. I'm just not the social type and campus life is crazy, understand? I could get money with my eyes closed. Lost some of my hottest verses down in Cabo. So if you find a Blackberry with the side scroll, sell that motherfucker to any rapper that I know.
How we move from A to B, it can't be up to me, cause you don't know.
Here's what's really interesting about this track, right? As soon as I heard it, I was like, huh, this already sounds familiar. This track is produced by this Bjorn character right here. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his last name, but that's the guy that produced this song, which makes sense. I hear that bass guitar in the same way that I did on the previous track, so let's keep going.
Was before you, basically to see a change in me, happy Lou.
Here's my problem with this track being right here. After Say What's Real, right, when I'm listening to this, I hear this, I'm like, ooh, he's getting kind of, dark. He's really calling some people out. He's saying, like, he's the realest in the game, all this stuff. And it's kind of this, it's a dark instrumentation, and it really, like, makes you want to focus on what Drake is saying. And then at the end, I kind of expect the next track to just be, like, a really hard hitter, But we have regressed back into what we were doing before, which is just all of these just super pedantic, like just lazy, just slow instrumentals. And yeah, man, I mean, this was the perfect opportunity. I'm sure he has harder tracks on here. I just don't know why he would decide to put this one next, but
So I just ignore you, yeah. Oh, but you're on my mind, my mind, my mind, my mind, my mind. Oh,
I would do it, push button, pull the trigger, on a mountain, jump off a cliff, cause you know, baby, I love you a little bit. You would do it, you would say it, you
No.
would mean it, we could do it.
Nope.
It was you and I.
This isn't it.
Think I'm a little bit.
No, okay, all right, that's enough of that. Gross, boo, tomato. I do not want to listen to that ever again. This is why I just get so pissed off listening to Drake's albums, because he's gonna make an 18 song album and expect me to care about it, right? He wants to be the greatest. He wants people to really advocate for him. Drake cares about this. Drake cares about how his albums are perceived in the public light, and he cares about how people think about him. And I listen, and I'm halfway through an 18-track album, and I am bored to tears. Deep breath. Best I ever had. Right.
A lot of girls be thinking my songs are.
This is already more robust instrumentation than all of the previous songs. Like, it's no wonder that this was the standout.
This one's for you. Baby, you my everything. You all I ever wanted. We could do it real big, bigger than you ever done it.
And it's already catchy, right? It's already catchy. Yes, this is what we needed. Oh my God, thank you.
Be up on everything. Other hoes ain't never on it. I want this forever. I swear I could spend whatever on it.
cause she hold me down every time I hit her. When I get right, I promise that we gon'
God damn.
She made me beg for it till she give it up, and I say the same thing every single time.
You got a roommate. Call me when there's no one there. Put the key under the mat and you know I'll be over there. I be over there. Shout it, I be over there. I be hitting all the spots that you ain't even know was there. And y'all don't even have to ask twice. You can have my heart or we can share it like the last slice. Always felt like
I always like that verse or that bar, right? I know people might think it's like a corny bar, but I literally can picture it seems vivid to me. Like, I can picture Drake and this girl like going like, being all cute and sharing that slice. Like, seriously. So I always like that bar.
So accustomed to the fast life. Have a nigga thinking that he met you in a past life. Sweatpants, hair tied, chilling with no makeup on. That's when you're the prettiest. I hope that you don't take it wrong. Cause she hold me down every time I hit her.
That's so good. That hits every time. Every time that hits.
She made me beg for it till she give it up. And I say the same thing every single time. I say you the fucking best. You the fucking best. You the fucking best. You the fucking best. You the best I ever had. Best I ever had. Best I ever had. Best I ever had. I say you the fucking. They bring dinner to my room and ask me to initial. She call me the referee.
Cause I be so official.
My shirt ain't got no stripes, but I can make your pussy whistle. Like the Andy Griffith theme song. And who told you to put them jeans on? Double cup love, you the one I lean on. Feeling for a fix, then you should really get your fiend on. Yeah, just know my condo is the crack spot.
No, it's not, Drake. Come on. Come on.
Single show, she out there reppin' like a mascot. Get it from the back and make your fucking bra strap pop. All up in your slot till a nigga hit the jackpot. You all I ever wanted. We could do it real big, bigger than you ever done it. You be up on everything. Other hoes ain't never on it. I want this forever. I swear I could spend whatever on it. You know who you are. I got you.
Yeah, fantastic. Absolutely fantastic track there. Like, this is what we needed, right? This is exactly what we needed. I can't believe, maybe this came out as a single beforehand. I can imagine it probably did. But I could not imagine if I, went and I guess I would have had to have purchased this album. Well, not necessarily. It's just 2009. You probably could have listened to this online for free, right? On like SoundCloud or LimeWire or, any of the other numerous blog spots where you could go and find an album. But I could not imagine that you start listening to this album and you can even make it 10 songs into it. If I would have bought this, I would have been 5, 6 songs in, I would have thrown this shit right in the trash. So it's amazing that I think this had to have come out as a single because there's no way that people would have been able to find this if they were listening to it.
My name is Drizzy.
What is going on here? Oh, God. I don't even know what's going on here. I got to mentally prepare myself for this. Let's start from the beginning.
My name is Drizzy, and I ain't perfect, but
I legitimately, I don't want to listen to this.
hard, so I deserve it, and I belong right where you see me. Ain't on the fence about it, I ain't Mr. Feeney.
I got to be unstoppable. I got to be unstoppable. Hey, 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 you don't lie. Hey, 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 you don't lie.
She say I get that pussy wetter than a designer shop, and she say I pick that pussy better than her gynecologist.
Get a girl, just.
Better than her gynecologist. Better than her gynecologist. Just text me up.
What the fuck? I think this is a cool song. I think that this is even a little bit avant-garde for the time. It sounds like Santa Gold is kind of serving as almost like an MIA feature here. But I really like the sound of this outside of the Lil Wayne verse. I felt like so far Lil Wayne's verse was boring. But I really like the way that this kind of built up, and I really, really love the chorus on this.
I got to be unstoppable. Hey, 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 you don't lie. Hey, 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 you don't lie. I got the talk, the beat and bass. Give me one, I take it, make you lose your place. Tell me I can play, so I beat
what up? This Chris Paul, CP3. Here my man Drake, so far gone. Drake, I got you, homie. I got you. Let's get him.
Was Chris Paul, like, maybe he was just the biggest thing in the NBA at the time. That's pretty funny, because Drake mentioned Chris Paul earlier, and then we get a Chris Paul feature, I guess, via some type of phone call. But yeah, this is awesome for the most part, right? I could care less about Lil Wayne, but if I heard this today, I would be thinking that this was probably produced like by JPEG Mafia, straight up. So pretty cool, man. Pretty cool track. Unstoppable. Nice.
Hardly home, but always reppin'. You hardly own it, always second. Now I run the game, you stupid mother suckers. I see all this money through my Ohio State Buckeyes. Shit been going good.
What does that even mean?
Turn it better, cause you the type to loser, and I'm about to get her. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. You can run and tell your friends that I'm on. Best believe I understand, it's okay.
This sounds like the precursor to I'm on one. Really. This is what this sounds like. So, whatever, man. It just pisses me off that this is a 6-minute song. Like, I'm already over it.
Now she's famous and no paparazzi starts to shoot her. I drive 2 black cars, I named them Malcolm X and Martin Luther. I don't ever play, but I'm in the game, lady. They just lose to love, those are tennis games, lady. Y'all seem to be stuck on that beginner stage. I'm on fire, yep, I've been ablaze. I got dough to blow, but I wanna blow it right. You look nice, and your frame makes me wanna bowl a strike. Well, alright.
Time to shake these haters off like the skin of a loaf. Get some maybe like a pie. Throwing that's the type of shit I'm on. I wrote this on my iPhone, so let me drop this bomb.
No, I don't care. Next.
I forgot to call you on your birthday. You swear you're the last thing on my mind, yeah. I pull it together, make it sooner than later. We won't be here forever, and I realize I waited too long. But please don't move on. You don't need no one else. You don't need no one else. Oh, you don't need no. You just changed your hair and it looks perfect. Wish I was the first to let you know. When the lights don't glow the same way that they used to. And if I
No. God damn it, dude. Just a snooze fest. Absolute snooze fest. Omarion. You already know him from the dance. Dun, 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 dun. I'll put it up there. I don't even know what this is. Alright, we don't have to listen to that annoying, like, sounds like a fly, sounds like a robot fly is, like, buzzing in my ear. I can't. I can't do that right now. Yeah, this is just a weird song. Doesn't really make sense to me. I don't get this hook. Like, what is the deal with that? Why did they try to go with that sound? I don't get it. Just another, bland verse from Drake, just saying like, are you ready for me to fuck you? Are you ready, baby? Yeah, cool. October Zone, he said that earlier. Let me know in the comments what he's mentioned this. I've heard this a few times, what he means by October Zone. Was he born in October? I don't know.
It's only been 3 years, look at how I've grown. I'm just in my zone, I call it shit the calm. Yeah, but I'm the furthest thing from calm. Dedicated to my mom, and I swear my word is bond. Everything will be okay, and it won't even take that long. You can see it in my face, and even read it on my palm. Leader of the new school is proven and it's known. I'm sitting in a chair.
So here he goes. Leader of the new school, it's proven and it's known. So here he is saying like, I'm the new top dog. I'm the new top dog. Y'all pay attention.
40 mom always say, don't ask permission, just ask forgiveness.
This is your reminder to ask for consent, everyone.
All my first dates are interrupted by my fame, because every picture taken is a advantage you can gain. They love it when you smile, unaware that it's a strain. It's a curse you gotta live with when you born it. And
oh man, Drake's got all these demons, guys. He's getting really introspective here. He's out on these dates, and there's so many people who want to take pictures of him, but he's got a lot of demons that he's battling on the inside that he can't let show. So he just, you'll see a smile at the camera, but no, deep down inside, he's really frowning, everyone.
women need attention, therefore women will complain. Develop hatred for men and say that you're the one to blame. Try and join myself with Tez in Miami at the game.
Drake loves just, talking about these random people that are in his life by name, like we know who they are. Who is Tez? Why would I care that you're in Miami with him?
Hoping Western Union doing currency exchange, cause my dad called and got me feeling guilty and ashamed. Like how I had a rose and I went and got a range, and he paying for his cigarettes with dollars and some change. Damn, and I can only feel his pain, cause in Memphis, Tennessee, there's only so much to attain. So I'm filling out the form at the counter once again. He say he love me, I just hope he doesn't say that shit in vain. I'm why your girl heart is in a slang. Call me Heartbreak Drake, I'm the hardest one to tame.
Like, here's where I think, like, Drake could improve. You know what I'm saying? Like, he gets into this very interesting part here. My dad's calling me, got me feeling guilty and ashamed. Like how I had a Rolls Royce and I went and got a range, and he paying for cigarettes with dollars and change. And then he even takes you, I'm filling out this form at a counter again. Says he loves me, and I hope he doesn't say it in vain. Like, this is pretty serious stuff that he's talking about that I feel like he could totally expand upon, right? And make like an actual deep hitting song that covers this idea and this thought of like, even my own father, I have reservations about supporting. Because this is mine. I went and got this. So I just hope that my dad is genuine in his support for me. I want him back in my life. Things of that nature. And even the saying, I mean, it's a diss to Memphis. If you're in Memphis, man, if I listen to this, I'd be like, fuck you, Drake. What are you talking about? But yeah, so it's just kind of interesting to me that, and then he immediately just goes, I'm why your girl's heart is in a sling. So he immediately just diverts from that. And I'm immediately just taken out of that entire narrative. I might not even remember it, but for me, I will. Because, that was the most hard-hitting and the most introspective that I think he actually was. And he's being genuine, right? Like, this is supposed to be a song where it's all low and he's, talking about his own struggles and whatnot. That really, like, actually hit. But the rest of it is just bullshit. Not the worst of the bunch. Not really impressed though. Still.
Are we done?
Are we done? No, there's 3 more songs. Oh, come on, man. Why did you do that to me? I thought this was going to be the last one. And this is the lowest streamed one. Is it? Oh, there's no lyrics. This is just piano. Shouts out to Chili Gonzalez. Not much to say. This song has nothing to do with Drake. This is just piano. Y'all thought it was done. We got 2 more songs for you, baby.
So you still think I'm confident and dumb? Is this gonna last? You're up on a pedestal. Are we moving too fast? Feel like I'm in crazy competition with the past. Why I gotta ask? Is anything I'm doing brand new? Brand new, brand new, brand new, brand new.
Production's boring already, right? When he gets to this part, I feel like it should be like a rush, an absolute rush, right? But we're just kind of lacking here.
Is anything I'm doing brand new? Did you spend the night in his bed on the very first date? Tell me, baby, am I too late?
So this is kind of I feel like this is going to be another common theme where, you know, Drake just is constantly blaming, you know, the other parties in his relationships and saying, like, even here, he's just saying, like, oh, this girl's definitely just a whore because she's, like, slept with someone before me. That's what this song is about. I hate hearing stories about who you've been with. So then I got to hide what I'm feeling inside. So this is literally Drake just being insecure about being in a relationship with a woman who has been with someone before. So, like, I feel like that's something you have to kind of deal with internally, Drake. I understand you can put things out on wax to help, like, it can be therapeutic for you. But this isn't therapeutic. This is you just kind of, like, shoving the blame on someone else and just being like, why are you like this? Like, I want to love you, but, you know, you make me feel crazy because I'm in competition with the past. Like, it's not even real, bro. You're in your own head, Drake. Last track, congratulations. If you're still here, you've made it through this terrible, terrible track. And he's going and he's sampling Viva La Vida. This is unbelievable, you all.
Black hearts on my cardigan. At the crib telling your girl that we should order in.
This is the type of sample, the type of instrumental that I would expect Lil B to have in an album, not Drake. This is crazy.
I'm still myself. Suicide bars, I kill myself. Charge it to the game, I build myself. And I don't feel y'all, but I feel myself.
Yep, and we don't care, right? We don't care. We heard this song, it's not good. You know, this is the finale of the track and the finale of the album, and that's what we get. Yeah, So Far Gone, not a great start for Drake, in my opinion. But in the same breath, he pretty much had like a perfect song with Best I Ever Had, right? Great single. I liked Unstoppable, right? He followed Best I Ever Had up actually well, and I wasn't even expecting it. Like, when this song started, I didn't want to listen to it, but then as I listened, it got better. Yeah, there's like 3 good songs on here. 3 listenable songs, in my opinion. All the rest is like boring. Boring is a good way to put it. This was an incredibly boring album. So we'll see how it kind of checks out in the next video. So yeah, let me know what y'all think. So Far Gone. This was the debut album for Aubrey Graham, or better yet known as Drake. I thought it was terrible. I thought it was a terrible album. There are people who are like, I've been a Drake fan since So Far Gone. I genuinely cannot even comprehend how you listen to this and you think, yep, this is the future. I can't wait to listen to the next album. But at the same time, Best I Ever Had, one of the best Drake songs, in my opinion. We see him do his thing, and it clearly stands out from the bunch. This is why I think that when I go and listen to albums, I'm an albums guy. I want to have a good listening experience. I like having good songs, right? I'll incorporate them into my playlist, but if you want me to really take you seriously as an artist, I need to hear those songs back to back to back to back to back to back. I don't really know what else to say about it besides, it's the genesis of Drake. Maybe he gets better as we continue this series, but let me know what y'all think about So Far Gone in the comments. For me, this is going to get a thumbs down. If y'all enjoyed the video, give it a like. If you have anything to say, leave a comment. And if you want to see more content, please subscribe. I greatly appreciate y'all being here. Peace out.